By now, most everyone's heard about the 5 love languages, right? And we know that one of them is quality time, which to me, right off the bat, sounds pretty self-explanatory, right? Like spending quality time with your significant other is important. We know that, right? But nobody really talks about what that actually truly means. What is quality time? And recently I've been exploring this concept. So you might think right away, well, if my partner's love language is quality time, that probably means that we should be spending more time together, right? Like the more time you spend, the more quality time you'll get together, right? But it actually works kind of the opposite, because you'll find that the more time you spend with your significant other, the less of that time is of good quality. When couples move in together, most often, sometimes it works out great and they did it at the right time and they were just really good living partners together, but often you'll find that they end up fighting a lot more than they did before they lived together. And if you just reflect for a moment on your past relationships, I know if I reflect on mine, shit started to go south when I started spending more time with the person. Very, very often that was the case. And I just started to ask myself, like, why did that always happen? And why does that happen generally in relationships? And I just overall feel like the more time you spend with someone, the less effort you put in to making sure that time is of good quality. So let's go back. What is quality time? Quality time is when you're 100% or as present as you possibly can be with that person. You're looking each other in the eye. You prepared for the moment. You came in knowing, I am going to spend these few hours or this night or whatever, this day with this person, and I'm going to be 100% present as I possibly can be. I feel like a good indicator of when we know we're spending too much time with our partner is when you're on the date that you planned and you guys are going on your phone or like doing things separately just to like stop thinking, and or just like doing anything that takes you out of the present moment, and takes you away from your partner while you're together. If you plan to go on a study date, all right, fine, whatever. But I've just been thinking a little more, and this is not concrete, like I have no evidence, but I'm gonna experiment with it, because what if we just reject the notion of like it's completely normal and good and okay to spend like all your time with your partner? Like the notion that we have to live with our partner. What if we just throw that out the window for just a moment and try to see a world where maybe we plan and prepare and come to a date with your partner, even if the partner is long-term, planning and knowing you're going to spend quality time, like real quality time with that person, instead of just like being together but not being present and like trying to learn new things about that person, trying to ask that person deeper questions, trying to find out more about them, even if you've been together for like 10 years. And I'm sure there's a reason that couples live together. Like, I obviously don't understand that yet. I'm 23 and I've never lived with my partner, but I've gotten way too close to partners in the past. That's like a reoccurring problem I've had, is getting way too close to partners and just people in general. So an experiment I'm going to do on myself and in my new relationships is to try to plan, like, maybe for now with my new man, I'm gonna spend one day with him a week, or like just literally, like 2 dates. Like one day we're gonna get coffee, one day we're gonna get dinner, one day we're gonna go on a hike or whatever. Is it just me, or when you do your makeup, do you feel like you want to itch your face? like I have cats, so I always feel like there's a cat. I don't know why, it's only when I do my makeup. The second I have makeup on, I'm like, oh my god, there's cat hair all over my face, but I can't touch it. I digress. So that's an experiment I'm doing for myself, because just self-reflection for a second, every time I got close to my partner, shit went wrong. Oh my god, pause. Can we look at the cat? Sorry, my bed's not made. Shut the fuck up. God, he's so precious. Okay, anyways. I'm getting sidetracked. And when you get way too close to your partner, you just start to notice all of their flaws where you didn't before. And maybe it's best if we just keep those little weird flaws hidden. I don't know, just a crazy thought. And you might be like, oh, well, you need to accept your partner for who they are and everything they are and blah, blah. And while I do agree with that, 9 times out of 10, you'd probably be better off just not knowing about those flaws. Like the little shit, you know, like just the teeny little things that bother you. Like, everyone's gonna be different. There's no way that you and your partner are just gonna be perfectly equal and do everything exactly the same, especially when it comes to your house. Like, they're gonna not take the trash out one day, and that's gonna make you feel like, they don't care about me, blah, blah. But that may not be the case. And what if we just avoid that altogether? I don't know, just a crazy thought. I was just watching this back, and I wanted to quickly add that when you spend less time with your significant other, it also gives them time to actually miss you. Because when you're together 24/7, that person is not gonna feel the feeling of missing you because they're always with you. And I also wanted to add, for those anxious attached girlies out there like me, that we have a tendency to overstay our welcome. So setting a limit for how often and like literally how many hours you spend with your significant other in the first few months of dating, especially, and honestly just in general, might be really healthy for you if you are also anxiously attached. Like, if you're always worried about what that person's thinking of you and like if they still like you or not, then it can be good to set like month 1 of dating someone, you want to see them literally like 2 hours a week max. Month 2, maybe we bump it up to like 4. Month 3, okay, maybe you can spend like a whole day and night together once a week. And from then on, like, I feel like once a week is good for like a first year, 2 years maybe, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. But anxious attached girlies, be fucking careful, because you can overstay your welcome and you'll be spending all this time with this man feeling so good. He'll be feeling so good from what you think while you're together. You accidentally stay like way too long. Like, you stay the night and you stay the next day. You have breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like, you just will not leave. The second you leave, he's like, oh, thank God she's gone. I needed a mental break from her. And he might like you a lot. Like, he might have wanted to spend that time with you also when you were together, and like he didn't want you to leave and he begged you not to leave. But the second you're gone, he's like, okay, now I don't have to see her for like 2 weeks because, you know, that was a lot. Like, I didn't go to the gym, I didn't study for that test, like I have a lot of work to do, I need to catch up, like I gotta do my laundry, like I cannot see her. And then he'll like put you on, like he'll purposefully try to not hang out with you again because he's like, oh shit, like I just neglected my life for this girl who I really like, but like now I need a break, you know what I mean? So give him space to miss you. All right, missing someone is a good feeling, you know? You want to know what it feels like when they're not there, and you want to know that you still want them around, like your body desires to be closer to them. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym. Bye. My mom and her boyfriend are actually a really good example of this. They've been together for like 5 years, and they just hang out like once or twice a week. And you know, sometimes like he'll come over and they'll read together or like watch a fucking Hallmark Christmas movie, 'tis the season, or whatever. But they also like go on dates and they're very thoughtful with each other and they never fight. Like, maybe they do behind closed doors and she just doesn't want to tell me, but me and my mom are really close and they do not fight. Like, I couldn't even imagine something they would fight over, ever. And they might live together in the future, so we'll see how that goes. I'm just saying, maybe we just reject these social norms and try to be more intentional with the time we spend together. I just feel like that's gotta be healthy, come on. And I love getting ready for the date. Like, when I plan a date and it's so long from now, I think about it all week and I try to get as much stuff as I can. Like, I try to make sure all my laundry's done, my house is clean, my studies, I read a book, like I read an entire book. And then, get this, when you go to the date, you actually have shit to talk about. That's interesting because you read a whole book since you last saw them. You went fucking camping. You met 4 people. Like, you had 100 interactions that may be noteworthy in the time that you saw them. Like, you hit a PR at the gym. Like, you got your splits that you've been working on. You can show him, be like, look, boom. Yup, did that. Like, I'm so flexible now. You actually have shit to talk about when you're on the date. If you see each other every goddamn day, it's gonna be like, how are you? Good. Like, you already know how I am because I talk to you 24/7, a million days a year. Maybe we should just spend quality time with ourselves 6 days of the week and devote the one day to 100% presence with your partner. And this doesn't have to be your partner, to be honest. This could be a friend too. Because I've gotten too close with friends before, so I should probably apply these rules to every aspect of life. And when you start hanging out too much, you end up just rotting together a lot of the times, you know? And you don't want your partner to see you like that. You want your partner to think of you as like, oh my God, she is a goddess. She is a queen. She is perfect in every way. So why not let him see you as that, you know? Like, why would you want him to see you like eating chips in the bed, scrolling on TikTok, like double chin, like, when you could have him see you like in your finest dress that you spent days picking out, nails did, hair did, like pussy shaved, like ready to go, ready for him, you know? Like, you prepared for this moment. And he doesn't need to see you like, you know, eventually when y'all get married, fine. Y'all probably would want to know each other by then. But maybe for now, I'm just talking to the younger people and people like me who are just starting to date someone or like just getting into relationships. Like, obviously you want them to accept you in all your forms, but maybe they don't need to see all of those forms all of the time. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Just a thought. I'm just a fucking 23-year-old girl who doesn't know what's going on. But from my own experience, this is starting to make a lot of sense to me. All right. And, you know, it's always good to just reject societal norms. And the societal norm is to move in together. And a lot of times it's just because you're too broke. You're too broke. And so you got to move in together, half the rent. You know, that's pretty great. And that's the reality we live in. But there also is a world in which you make a lot of money and you can live alone, have your own space, do what you want with it. And then that eliminates so many potential arguments. If you just live by yourself, you do what you want, when you want, and it could never affect him because it's inside your own house that you pay for with your own money, you know what I mean? He can't intrude on that, and you can't intrude on his. That's, you know, that's setting you up for success right there. Because think about what couples argue about the most. My parents got divorced because of finances, you know? That was like the thing. At least that's what they told me as a kid. I guess I don't know on that 100%. They could be lying. But let's just say that was really the reason. They got divorced because they were always arguing about the finances. So what if we just separate our finances? You know what I'm saying? Like, just a thought. Okay, I'm gonna hit the gym now. Also, if you're wondering what's on my chest, I don't fucking know what it is. It's not a pimple. Well, I guess it could be, but it was there and then it fully went away for like a week and then it came back with vengeance. And I don't know what it is. So if you could tell me, but I'm on Accutane and like I don't get body pimples. Like, she's smooth. I don't know what that is. It could be a pimple from like because of the Accutane, because I did get a pimple on my earlobe. And I kept scratching it because I was like, what is this scab? Like, because I would never imagine a pimple to be on my earlobe. But then one day I was like, hold up. And I popped that bitch. It was the most satisfying pimple I've ever popped in my life. But like, so I guess it could be a pimple, but it like kind of hurts like a bug bite. But why would a bug bite me in the same exact spot like a month after? Like the same bug too, because it feels the same. Like, why did it go away and come right back? And I swear it fully went away too. Oh, I forgot to put makeup on it. You can't even tell. It still looks red as fuck. Okay, you probably have shit to do. Go read a book, go on a walk, reflect on what I just said. If you want. All right, love you. I'm going to the gym. What should I hit? Legs? Bulgarians? Okay, bye.